Well, India have been asked to bat in the fifth and final T20I against England at the iconic Wankhede Stadium. Joss Butler, he decided to opt to bowl, knowing the conditions at Wankhede are usually going to prefer the bowlers first because there's going to be a lot of dew in the second innings, and that's why the England skipper has decided to field first. Well, remember, India have already won the five-match T20I series 3-1. They've already taken an unassailable lead in the series, and now they would really look to make sure that they end the series with a margin of 4-1, while England, on the other hand, it's going to be their last chance to seal a consolatory victory in the T20I series before the action moves to the three ODIs that's going to begin on February 6th, and the remaining two ODIs are going to take place on February 9th and 12th. So that's how basically the team looks like for India. Well, there's only one change. Mohammad Shami has made his return to the T20I side. Well, he has replaced Arshdeep Singh here, who will have to wait for another few months before he gets his hand on the 100th scalp. That's going to be the first by an Indian bowler in the T20I format. So that's what the India's 11 looks like. Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, Tilak Verma, Surya Kumar Yadav being the captain, Rinku Singh, Shivam Dube, he does get a look in. Well, remember, he was not fit for the second innings of the Pune T20I because he had suffered a concussion after a blow to his head. Harshit Rana was his concussion substitute in the second innings, but now Dube has been deemed fit and he is going to take part at the Wankhede here. Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohammad Shami and Varun Chakravarti. And as far as England are concerned, they also have one change. Mark Wood basically comes back in for them. So Phil Salt is going to be their keeper batter. Ben Duckett, Joss Butler at number 3. Harry Brook, Liam Livingston, Jacob Bethel, Bryden Cast, Jamie Overton, Jofra Archer, Adil Rashid, and Mark Wood comes in place of Saqib Mahmood. So that's about it as far as the playing 11s of both teams are concerned. Well, India, they still have a lot of boxes to tick, as far as their T20I 11 is concerned for the England series. Well, in India's case, Sanju Samson hasn't really done well throughout the series. He has been found wanting. One of his shortcomings has been exposed specifically against the short pitch delivery, and this is basically going to be his final chance to make sure that he can make some amends and at the very same time gather a good score in his kitty. In case of Surya Kumar Yadav also, well, he also hasn't got any runs throughout the T20I series. In fact, his form has been very dodgy ever since the South African tour in November 2024. So in case of Surya Kumar Yadav also, he would also want to end the series on a high. So these are the two things that India would really want to look. And as far as India's bowling is concerned, Shami is never going to be a part of India's long-term T20I plans. The only reason why he has got a second game in this T20I series is primarily because India have won the series, so they know that they can give Shami another chance to come back into rhythm ahead of the England ODIs and the all-important Champions Trophy that's going to begin on February 19th. So these are the 2 or 3 things that India would really want to make sure that they check that box ahead of the ODI series. And for England, well, their technique against spin bowling has been found wanting, and they would want to make sure that they make those necessary amends in the 5th and final T20I here. They haven't really gotten those big scores. A lot of their batters, specifically the likes of Harry Brook, Phil Salt for that matter, they haven't gotten going. So for them, it is going to be a last chance to strike some form ahead of the ODI series. And as far as England's bowling attack is concerned, well, England's pacers have actually done well, but they have done well in patches. There's not much support for someone like an Adil Rashid. So that's where, there's a lot of pressure on and Liam Livingston to basically come good with his leg spin bowling. And let's see, what kind of a role he plays in the 5th and final T20I. It doesn't really look like he would get his full quota of overs, knowing the conditions at the Wankhede. But then the way the pitches might just be there for the 3 ODIs and in the Champions Trophy, it does look like that England would need someone like a Liam Livingston alongside Adil Rashid to bowl more spin overs. So before we, I think, just sum it up, let's just take a few comments. Kuldeep Sheron has a comment that how does Dube fit again in just one day? I think his concussion wasn't really that serious, and that's one of the major reasons why he's fit. Daniel M is trying to be a little cheeky. Who will be the impact sub today? You can probably use a term called super sub in that case. I think I think pretty. Priyanshu said that there are going to be four impact subs, but then I think yeah, that's about it. This is the latest update. In case you have just joined us, India have been asked to bat in the final T20I of the five-match series against England. Well, remember, India have already taken an unbeatable 3-1 lead in the series. They won the opening T20I at the Eden Gardens, won the second T20I also at the Chepauk Stadium. Did not really do well at Rajkot, but then made their way back into the series and obviously grabbed the series in Pune. For England, this is basically going to be a last chance to seal a consolation win. For India, they have made just one change. Mohammad Shami has come in place of Arshdeep Singh. A chance for Mohammad Shami to get back into rhythm before he gets, into the mode of bowling full quota of 10 overs in the ODI series that begins February 6th and obviously the Champions Trophy. And as far as England go, they have also made one change with Mark Wood coming in place of Shakib Mahmood. He's going to make his return into the T20I series. So stay tuned to Sports Today as we'll bring you all the latest updates and analysis from the sporting world. Do subscribe, hit that bell icon, and we are going to be back for the mid-innings review. And obviously, there is going to be a full panel discussion when the match finishes, and I'm going to be joined by Siddharth Vishwanathan and Shashwat Bhalla. So stay tuned to Sports Today.